When we're talking about semen retention, what we're really talking about here is preserving our life force, our life energy. That's what we're talking about. That's why semen retention is important. I'm wondering how many people do semen retention don't really realize why we're really doing it. It's the life force that we need in order to, you can say, have a sense of well-being, and then also to do good on an external level, which I know most people are focused on. Be successful and get girls and look good and all that. Yeah, that's secondary though. The real reason is because we have more life force, so that then you can say we have more wisdom. The life force opens up the channels that are normally closed because we do things that dull ourselves, not know it. So those things start to open. And then we also have the life force is what gives us the transformational power to grow, you can say, into our highest version of ourselves, or spiritual maturity, or awakening, whatever words you want to use. We need life force for that to happen. You can't, this transformational alchemic process isn't going to happen if we don't have sufficient life force. So most people don't have sufficient life force. So then guess what happens then? You see, the instinct, we have an inborn instinct to feel good at all costs sometimes. So most people, because their lifestyle sucks, that's why I made another channel, Transcending Shadows. You can go see that. I talk more about lifestyle habits and such. Most people, because this is, look, the currency, the real currency isn't money that we have on this planet. The real currency is life force. You have life force, you're going to attract the money. You see, I like to break things down, like what are we really saying, not keep things on such superficial level. So the real currency is life force. Money will come after that, like it's automatic. It's like the same thing. When we talk about semen retention or conserving life force, what we're really talking about is conserving ojas. This is what we're talking about. But then the clever mind, that was funny. You get these comments where they're like, how can I lose my semen, or how can I ejaculate without losing my ojas? Is it okay if I lose my semen? No, the ojas is inside the semen. So no, it goes together. But we're really talking about the ojas. You can type in OJAS in my channel search box, and then you'll see the videos I made on ojas. Ojas is basically the substratum that allows this whole body to work. Ojas gives power to our nerves, to our bones, to our blood, to our entire body, our cells, everything. It's the ojas. So this is the currency that we'll really need to value while we're driving this human car. It's the life force, not the money and the girls. That's like so superficial level compared to like the ojas. Now, I was saying that a lot of people, they have such bad lifestyle habits because it's a vicious cycle. They have bad lifestyle habits, so they lose their life force. Well, that makes it easier to keep doing the bad lifestyle habits because no power to change. There's no fire to change. And like I shared before, the instinct is to feel good as a human being. Well, if you don't have any life force, you're not going to be feeling too good. If you're doing low vibrational things, you're going to feel low vibrational. So then, what does the mind do then? Go look at porn. Go into these environments and do these things that will give you a quick hit of euphoria or dopamine hit or edging. I need a hit. I don't feel good, so I need a hit. I'm not self-sustained. I'm not aware of my uncaused joy. So I need to stimulate this drug factory in my brain and try to get some feel-good feelings from that. Because like I don't know how to get in touch with my natural state of feeling good. Look at most babies. They feel good, assuming they have a decent enough parents. They're chilling in the crib, and they're just it's like they're on plant medicine all the time. You know, they're just chilling. Then later, life shows up, and we have to play this game of like being susceptible to the dark forces, and then being a slave to that for a little while, and then having to transcend that. And this is the whole game of life. So In a nutshell, I'm saying it's all about life force, conserving your life force. Semen retention is a huge way that you can conserve your life force, because a lot of people lose their life force by doing PMO, and guys and girls. It's not like girls. I don't know. Some people think, girls especially, they love it. It's a nice justification. You can tell yourself like, oh, I'm a girl, so I don't have semen, and so I won't suffer. No, but you're stimulating your dopamine center. If you're masturbating, having promiscuous sex, and thinking weird stuff, and watching and the fetishes online and all that, you're losing dopamine. In fact, you could be, you're stimulating your dopamine, which weakens your nervous system, and probably, I don't know, could I say you might suffer more than guys? I mean, we can look at this from all angles. Women have more intense orgasm. There are more channels down there, so more dopamine stimulation. So it hurts their nervous system worse. And their psyche's a bit more fragile, than someone who's playing the role of a guy. So, who knows? But I'm just saying, it's safe to say, like, this applies to any human being. You want to conserve your sexual energy. It's the most important energy that the body makes, the ojas. Then you can start to look at other lifestyle habits too. I put sexual energy and digestive energy as the two highest, the two most important energies, meaning it's the easiest to lose, but if we conserve it, we have the most to gain from it. I always felt the hit that my body-mind would take when I lost my sexual energy. I always felt it, even when I was having sex. Now, I've had a compromised nervous system since the get-go, so that's a factor too. So that's why sometimes people say, like, how often can I ejaculate with my girlfriend or my wife? Yeah, you have to figure that out. You got to figure out your timetable. Can you do it once a week, once a 2 weeks? Like, you have to nobody can tell you that. You have to know. So, and then I realized, like, okay, I need to preserve my sexual energy. This is just, like some instinctual wisdom just told me, like, you need to do this. And then I realized, same with food. I always wondered why I never liked eating. Being a breatharian was super attractive for me. Not so that I could be cool and say, hey, I don't eat or drink. No, but I didn't want to eat. Every time I ate, especially a big meal, smaller meals are different, I would get a hit. My nervous system would take a hit. The life force would have to be used to digest this food. Ayurveda says up to 30-40% of life force we can burn in digesting our food, depending on what we ate. Did we eat, a bunch of hard to digest stuff? I'm not going to get into the whole diet debate because there's no need. But you have to figure out, when you eat something, do you feel a hit on your digestive system? If so, then make adjustments, do experiments, and see. Just see, do I do better eating, vegetarian? Is that easier to digest? Or do I feel better doing carnivore or paleo? Just figure it out. Check it. Experiment with all that. Or keto or whatever. Vegan, I don't know. And the point isn't the label or the concept of the diet. The point is, don't lose your life force. Be aware of which diet allows you to keep the most life force. And then you check and see, like some people, they have slow metabolism. They can eat one meal a day and they feel great. Body's it's real slow digesting food. Another person, fast metabolism. They get hungry after a few hours. So people like that generally do better eating more times a day, but smaller meals, because their digestive system isn't as efficient as maybe the other person who has slower metabolism. So they eat smaller meals multiple times a day. All these things you got to experiment and see. I made another channel specifically. It's for lifestyle habits, called Transcending Shadows. I'm not too active on it now because I found out after doing this for 2 years, man, I have to chill because I can get exhausted. I think it's going to start pouring. I don't know, but I'm about done. So that was the message I wanted to deliver. preserve your life force at all costs. Yeah, that's the theme here. This is what we're trying to do. You're not going to be perfect, so don't worry about it. Some people say like, oh man, I noticed when I urinated, there might have been a little semen that came out. Yeah, it's okay. This body's going to die at some point. Like it's natural. Like as we get older, especially after we hit our prime, it's going to start going down, down, down. There's nothing you can do about it. You can still exercise and do everything. Maybe you can slow the process down, but the body's going to die. So you need to find out who you are beyond this body, and then you don't mind. It's like you're driving a car, and it's like, oh yeah, it's going to quit at some point, but like who cares? I'm not this body. Then you have to see my other channel, Spiritual Renaissance. I'm a little more focused on that one these days because it's very, I have no edit button there. I don't have an edit button here either, but it's more focused on semen retention, whereas on the spiritual channel, I get a little deeper in all kinds of things. But it's not for everybody. Yeah. All right. See you.